got some basil I want to harvest. This came from a stem that regenerated. It's nice. But earlier today, I had a real big old basil plant right here. So I chopped it down some. Still got a lot more I can do. And I got some fresh basil already that I've been using and stored some in the freezer. So I'm going to try something different. And we're going to dry this bad boy out and use it as a dry garnish. So stick with me. I'll show you how I do it. Hey, today I got some fresh basil right out the garden. Today I'm going to show you my process of how I harvest them out and dry these bad boys out. Make a pretty nice garnish for any of the foods that I decide to cook. So stick with me. Check it out. I went ahead and snipped them down from the stem. I had a pretty nice sized plant. So I snipped off a good little amount. And I'm taking them and I'm just pinching them right off the edge here. Like so. Give it a nice little rinse. I'm throwing it in here because I'm just going to rinse it real good again. And get rid of all the bad pieces. Like so. If I see any that I don't want to use in the future. And I got a salad spinner. I'm going to spin them nice and get them dry and do the best I can with that spinner. And I'm going to put them on a cookie sheet. And I'm going to set the temperature and we're going to go from there. So let me get these all picked and I'll show you what I'm doing next. One of the cool things is this basil plant from a previous basil plant I had and it's regrown. So I decided to keep some of the stems here, like so. I'm going to replant these again and have a whole nother basil. Nice. The good thing is this basil plant was grown in the greenhouse, so I didn't have a big issue with a bunch of bugs and critters, things of that nature. Plus, I was using this Captain Jack's dead bug. Worked very well. Spray it on early in the morning and let it sit for a day or two. And any issues I had, like gypsy moths or caterpillars, things like that, they were just gone. I would give it a good watering first, and then later on, or water it the day ahead, and then later on that next day in the morning, I would spray the Captain Jack on there. I wanted to make sure it had adequate water. And they thrived. Did very well. A bunch of basil. Right now I'm looking at a bowl full of basil leaves. Get them in here so I can go ahead and do a good rinse on it. I'm thinking I can replant this one right here. This one looks like it'd be a nice little starter. Ain't nothing like growing your own vegetables and herbs and so forth. Just can't beat it. Better than store-bought, I'll tell you that right now. Those who plant their own vegetables know that. So if you're not doing it, maybe you should start doing it. Tell the difference. Hey, looks like I got a good stopping point. I'm at a point now where I want to do a little rinse. I just try to rinse it through. Get anything that might have slipped past my eyes. Clean them up real good. And we're going to dry these bad boys and we're going to go from there. after giving it a good rinsing, I did find one little bug in there, but got them out. We are going to give it a nice little salad spin and get as much moisture out as possible. Oh, wow, this does wonders. It's pretty fluffy and dry. As you can see, all that moisture got out. It's pretty good. Well, we got the basil out of the salad spinner. The salad spinner did a pretty well job. And we're gonna roast these bad boys at 180 degrees for about an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours. They're not too damp, so it shouldn't take too long. Right now, I'm just kind of going through it. I got them spread out here. I'm looking for any imperfections that I didn't catch, like this. We definitely don't want the stems in there. So we'll get rid of these bad boys and toss them to the side and pretty much get it ready to go. So we'll check back in about an hour and a half, see what we got. If they're nice and dry and crumbly, we are good to go. Well, the basil's done. Came out the way I wanted it to. Got a nice crunch to it. I'm gonna crunch this up nicely and throw it in this little shaker and have some dry garnish I can use. I baked it at 180 degrees, approximately about an hour and a half, and this is what I got. So let's crunch it up and I'll show you what it looks like. I believe this is gonna be my best bet to crunch this down and keep it contained nicely, and possibly transfer it over a little easier. I could probably cut a little hole and just shake it on in there. So we'll see what we look like in a minute. Okay, here are the end results, and I'm happy with them. Fresh basil right out the garden, dried, crumbled up, and ready to go. And I realized to get a full bottle of this size, if I did 2 trays like I did earlier instead of 1, I should be able to fill this bad boy up. But all in all, yeah, satisfied. So hopefully if you try this, it works out well for you as it did for me. Thanks for watching.